Welcome AI prompt warriors to the game show where curiosity meets intelligence. This is the Rovo Games. Please welcome your hosts, Sajid Nair and Robert Lee.
May AI bless you.
Welcome everybody. I'm glad we finally got it right, Rob. We figured it out how tech works. People in tech, people who make videos about tech, people who teach tech couldn't figure out how to add a video to a live stream. Well, but this is the third time we're getting a hold of.
It's super
Hey,
nice.
Third time's the charm, right? That was all of our
true.
production budget for the whole year.
Yes.
I felt like
Now
I was
we-
both in the Squid Games and in Beast Games. Like it was a good melding in the minds.
Squid Beast games. That's what we were aiming for.
Accomplished.
But welcome everybody. Welcome episode 3 of the Rovo Games. Rob and I are here with a special guest, Val. Like I think anytime I see Rovo being mentioned by somebody in the community, I see somewhere Val's name is there. So I thought we had to have Val in there, right?
I feel
You've
privileged.
associated. Yeah.
When I heard about Rovo Games, I was all about it. I love the gamification concept. I love that you have new questions every single session because Rovo changes and evolves so quickly. You're making it fun to keep up with the changes. So I'm looking forward to today's session.
Nice. And that was the scripted section of this event. If you'd like to have Val say nice things about you, you can just friend her on LinkedIn and tell her what you want to say.
It was not scripted. I love you though.
Oh man, awesome. But yeah, Rob is here after attending 2 RovoCons in 1 week. How was your experience, Rob?
A lot of fun. I went to the one in San Francisco, took the BART in our train, and then went up to Vancouver on Friday for a day trip. And I'll be going to Austin for another day trip.
And there might be a surprise in Austin as well, right?
There might be a surprise. I don't know if I should talk about it though. So
Yeah, not jinx it, but maybe maybe next episode we can talk about it.
Is there going to be barbecue?
Oh,
Is that
sure.
a surprise?
For that, you're talking to
Is
the
Gail
wrong
going to be
people.
there?
Yeah, I think that's the wrong stream to talk about.
Oh,
That's
no.
the Jira Live proprietary conversation.
So what is a RovoCon like? What can people expect if they go to one?
it was amazing. They actually had Rovo there. I don't know if folks know, but they built a physical body for Rovo to interact with reality. And so Rovo itself led most of the sessions in this robot body. It was amazing. I don't know how they
This
kept
is
the
a true
news out
story.
about that. Valak doesn't know if she should believe me or not.
I'm like,
Oh, I made all that
I
up.
don't have to believe anything now.
It was a lot of fun. The one in San Francisco was in Atlassian's office, so in their big all-hands space, think like a big meeting room. And then we broke out, so they had a couple sessions for everybody just on how to build an agent, what the ideas are around it are. A huge focus on prompting, which was no surprise to me because that's how we talk to these things. But then they had breakout sessions. So they had experts who work at Atlassian who work with customers all the time, building out prompts. They built out 5 different prompts, and you got to pick which one you want to learn how to use. So we spent an hour with one of those prompt engineers, one of those CSMs, ASMs, whatever they're called, like pulling it apart and understanding how it works. What I really like though is they approach it from the lens of a beginner. So they didn't assume you knew anything. You knew what Rovo was, that's about it. And so it's very accessible. There were folks there who had never used it. There were folks there who were new to Atlassian, and they were just as included as the folks, who know a little bit about something like myself. We could all learn that way. And then it was just a lot of discussion, meeting people. Hey, how do you use Rovo? What challenges have you seen, with its adoption? And that to me was the value. Just always getting to see the people and hear how they actually use the thing instead of just my own conceptual ideas around it.
Can I send you my questions to ask at the next one? Like
I've got a Google form somewhere.
Huh? You have a Google form?
Yeah, I've got a Google form where I'm soliciting questions. I'll definitely, I'll get you the link, Val.
Yes, please. Like I read your notes, and then I read the thread that went with the notes, and I laughed. It was funny. But there are some questions that people have been asking, and some answers that aren't as clear. Like last teams or 2 teams ago, they announced that Rovo was going to be free for everybody, and then those on a free plan, like free included with subscription. And then those on a free plan could purchase it for a dollar amount. And there has been some inconsistency on how that was rolled out. So it would be good to hear from Atlassian, and when you have them in the room, they're a captive audience, and ask them what is the official word and update on that specific rollout. And then I have other questions that I'm just going to throw in. I'll have to ask them all. I will be grateful for whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll be happy to share that out into other folks listening.
I've heard that. No, I was just saying the question that Val asked. I've seen that in the community and a bunch of other places as well. There have been handpicked, blessed individuals who I've seen. They have free plan Rovo active, and I mean, I guess people like us just have to rely on one Atlassian, the playground site that we have, the demo site that we use to play around with. But awesome. That'll be nice to have an answer to that. Everybody else, Shivam, RovoCon Bangalore was awesome. I heard a good amount of things from there. I just couldn't go there this time. I'm very sad about it. There was one RovoCon in India, and I couldn't go to that. There was some family get together that was happening in that time, and I was like, oh man. But next time. All right, let's get started. Since this is the Rovo Games, we will have, of course, a bunch of things that we will discuss and hopefully learn. So I'm going to share my screen, have a very nice Mentimeter presentation up on the screen. So you guys can go to Menti and enter this code, or you can just scan this QR code and join us directly. When you scan this QR code, you'll be able to play the game directly with us via your phones. And you can, of course, stay on the stream because we'll do our conversations here. And that's the idea.
Is it okay if I play CG?
Yeah, I'm going to scan.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I was like, wait a second. Let me see. Can I?
I'm going to scan it and give the like what we do at QuizBiz the best, which is give the wrong answers, so as to screw the metrics up.
Also, every time I do Mentimeter, I don't even know how to say it, I think of you, and I'm like, I can't do it as well as you do. Like, you set the bar too high.
I think I give all the credit to Mark, Ruth, and Sven. So they are the pioneers of just, like, from them I've learned how to interact with the audience whenever they used to use Menti or, like, Slido or those kind of things. I was like, but yeah, it's awesome. Thank you for joining us from wherever you are. We see some people are joining us already. Let me click on show responses so you guys can see where we are from as well. So we've got people in North America. I'm the one person in Antarctica who selected that. But there's India, there's North America, there's Europe. Sadly, we never get Australia because it's like 2 a.m. right now there. But thank you for joining us. We've got 25 people right now on. And let's get started. Rob, what do you think?
Let's do this.
All right. Which role do you closely relate to? Let's start with this question, because this question is not a graded question. We ask this question so that when it comes to discussing use cases, we will talk more about those streams and those sections in the second half of the section of the Rovo Games. This is something that we started from last time. We got good feedback. We got a chance to look at actual use cases that are published on the Atlassian website, hear from Sven last time, and hopefully Val can help us talk a little bit more about them today. We're seeing more engineering, program management, a little bit on the service side as well. No love for design today, so that's okay.
Where's all the design at? Yeah.
Nobody's like in India.
We got some sales and marketing though.
Yeah, that's nice. All right, I will move on and go to the next question, which is promo slide. Do you want to talk a little bit about HeenTech, Rob, before we move on?
Yeah, HeenTech started as a blog when my first kid was born and I was going crazy. I had to start a blog, and that's now my company. So I do online learning, training, enablement, one-on-one coaching, all that stuff. So the website is just heen.tech. I thought that was fun.
It is.
I guess we've got two for you.
Well. Yes. So Culture
Kind of rolls off the
Commandos.
tongue.
Yeah. Culture Commandos is also kind of in the similar manner. It wasn't planned. We started as a podcast, and now the podcast is dead. To be honest, now it's a full blown company. I set up Culture Commandos as a company late last year, and we do a bunch of things around training, consulting, advisory. But it basically is an umbrella company to fold everything that I do in community into one place. So QuizWiz, podcast, Robo Games, all of this collaborations with really smart people who I'm lucky to be friends with, fall under Culture Commandos. So you go check out heen.tech, go check out culturecommandos.com. You'll find some good information there. Val, do you want to just get us started on the first question, which is the official Rovo logo?
Whoa,
So that people know.
guys! I don't know if there's that much purple in there. Hold on, let me answer first. Oh, I think I got it.
So you got to select and hit submit as well. There's a reason we put this as a question, because we don't want you to not know how to play in Menti. This option is not graded for the final answer. But yes, most of people are giving the right answers. Let's show what the correct answer is. Oh, there's a good amount of
There's a
people
good amount of
showing.
variety. I feel like this is a good starter question. The marketing people would be all about it. Be like, in marketing and design, we would never do that and that. But for the rest of us, it's fun and it's a simple lift and it's brand recognition. Who doesn't love that? Hey, when am I going on Culture Commandos? Like, what was my invitation? Yeah, I'm gonna ask you on air.
Yeah. So it's rebranding. After it became a company, we are actually rebranding and starting a whole new podcast series, and then we'll officially go live soon. Till now, it's not doing any podcasts, so it's just quizzing and robo games. But
Okay.
Culture Commandos is going to come back with a podcast soon enough. But yes, 11 people are right. That is the correct logo. D is the correct logo. B looks quite close. AI did make it quite close, but it's not the exact combination. The D is the correct combination. So now you
I'm
know.
also curious what folks.
Sorry,
I'm
go
always
ahead.
curious what folks think this looks like. I interviewed a bunch of people in Vancouver RovoCon. Like, what do you think the logo is? And I got a lot of great answers. So, if folks have any
And what is
guesses to what
that?
the logo is supposed to be?
And anything
thought it
that
was a
is
donut?
family friendly.
A donut.
Oh yeah, people thought it was a donut because there's the whole. I forget one of the other ones. To me, it looks like two socks.
Hockey sticks.
Like
that would be some.
It could be
good
hockey
snacks.
sticks. That was another one. Yep, I'm pushing him to make socks. What do the colors stand for? I'll answer this. The purple represents the royalty of AI in our society these days. The orange reflects the golden shimmer we think of when we think of Atlassian. The green means they're providing evergreen content, and the blue stands for knowledge.
Yes, and the white is the lie that Rob made right now.
But it sounded good, Sajid.
Yeah, it did.
It did. You got to sell it.
Yeah, Rohit in the chat says it looks like a boomerang, which that's also a good option.
Oh, I like that one, Rohit. Yeah.
Right. All right. So now you know how Menti works. If you've never joined this is a non-graded question. This is of course the official logo. Go check out more information about Rovo at this URL. And yeah, let's get started. Let's get started on the game itself. If you're here for the first time, do subscribe to this YouTube channel and get notified of similar content. We do a lot of quizzes. We do Are You Smarter Than a Jira Admin? Are You Smarter Than a Confluence Admin? QuizWiz Trivia Championship is now in finale. $10,000 will be donated to charity by either the new Jira Avengers or Ops Geniuses, which are the two teams who've made it to finale. Shout out Collabsoft, who sponsored this season and giving away $10,000 once again. I've never thought. I created QuizWiz as I was getting bored during COVID. Never thought we would be able to donate $10,000 to charity with this stupid thing that I was doing with friends. But thank you everybody for sponsoring and showing up. But do subscribe. Let's get started. Let's get started with straight out of context. So Val, how we usually do is we'll reveal a question. One person will read the questions. give their input, and then they basically run the question, and then we'll review. So Rob can take the first one, then I'll take the second one, then you will take the third one. In that order, let's get started. We have almost 28. No, how many people do we have? We have 13 players, 14 players, and 27 people on stream right now. Let's 15 players. Okay, more and more people joining in. You can always go to menti.com and just use the code, and then you can play along as well. Let's get started with the first question. Rob, over to you.
Here we go. Who and where can get access to Rovo? Only users of premium and enterprise plans. By any admin on all plans. Customers with a standard premium or enterprise plan. All customers, but only on Jira. And everywhere. Jira, JSM, Bitbucket, Confluence, JPD. So where can we get access to Rovo, folks?
This actually brings us to, it's actually bringing to what Val was saying earlier in the day, right? Like,
I gave a little spoiler alert. I'm sorry, I didn't see the questions yet.
That's okay.
Oh, we're assuming people pay attention.
Yeah. All right. The audience is right. That is correct. It's not available everywhere. Not yet, at least not on JPD and not on Bitbucket. But people with standard premium and enterprise license can get access to Rovo, or do get access to Rovo. You can check out that here on the official screenshot. So we do it by the books. Well, we put a screenshot, so it's not on us, and it's updated as of today. So this can change tomorrow. As you can see, Atlassian has put a star next to Teamwork Collection. So if they are putting stars, we can put a star.
I love this. It encourages people to refer back to the documentation, and the documentation is not always up to date, but it's good that when the community flags the things that are not up to date, so it puts a little pressure on Atlassian and keeps things up to date and accessible for people to find the right answers. Love it.
Yes. Awesome. Let's go to the next question. We've got 15 players playing. Val, do you want to take this one?
Yes. If your org deactivates AI, what happens to Rovo? Everything will still work. Search in Studio will work, but Rovo chat and agents will not. Nothing will work. Only search will work. Search in Studio will not work, but chat and agents will work. Dun, dun, dun.
No, this one confused me.
I remember when this first happened and people were like, what?
Have you seen this in practice, Val?
So when Rovo first came out, people were very hesitant about having AI in their systems. And a lot of enterprise organizations were like, absolutely not. This hasn't passed governance. So they started to switch off that AI toggle in the admin section. And then they found that some things still said Rovo and had that Rovo icon and still was there. And they were concerned that it was still running in the background. So it is still active in search. And one other thing, and I can't see the thing too. Number 2B is the correct answer. Yes. And what happens to search when AI or Rovo is deactivated? It becomes a smart search. So it's not that the AI is still there. It's gone. It's legitimately cut off from the large language models, but Atlassian has designed and created a smarter or more robust version of search. So it still uses that. And they need to adjust so it doesn't show the Rovo icon or anything like that to help clarify that for people. But that's what's going on there.
Yes, and that's exactly what you just mentioned. So it does work. Search and Studio still works. But the AI-powered apps, which are specifically the Rovo chat and the agents, they become unavailable. So it does require AI, but you can still use it without AI, or like at least some aspects of it.
And there's more than one type of AI. So there's AI with large language models, and then there is chat response AI that is just using reasoning based off of the large the teamwork graph. So they could use the teamwork graph without powering it with large language models. They're just pulling from those relationships.
I like this too because it pulls apart what is AI. Like in my
Yeah.
background as in IT, integration was very nebulous. It means something different to everybody. Like to me, smart search is artificial intelligence in that it's the machine appearing to think or be intelligent. It's not. And it's not generative AI or LLMs. So I'm glad that they pull it apart, but I kind of wish that they, we had different terms to define these things that were more easily accessible.
Yeah, I think that's what kind of scares everybody, and it's because it's kind of nebulous. Sometimes it's all grouped together. Sometimes we talk about them differently. But those smart search features are really more akin to a chart or a table. Like it's just like statistics pulling out variables. It's not a real it's not a language model, and a language model to me is more like a brain web, like a neural net, although it's not a neural net. It's these terms, interchanging them.
Nice. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to the next question. Let's see what the next question is. The next question says, if my organization is currently using data center, is Rovo available to me? No, move to cloud. Don't make us ask this question. Or yes, you can with a star.
Ooh,
Is
this was
Rovo
hard.
available?
And while we're contemplating this, Christopher in chat had a question. Can we turn off Rovo for specific people? No.
Not yet.
It's right now, all or nothing.
Yeah.
You can control the ability to make agents, but that's about it as of today.
Yes, that's correct. Okay, everybody has voted.
Ooh.
Yes. Oh, 8 people said.
Who asked the middle one? Come on.
Because we shout about everything being in the cloud so often that there are, I wouldn't say a workaround, but there is a workaround to using Rovo.
That is correct. And this is what officially Atlassian says. If your org is using data center, you can use data center Rovo connector for Jira, Confluence, and JSM to enable seamless data sync between data center and cloud environment. So cloud will have to come into picture. It won't completely sit in your instance. But if you are on a data center instance, there is a way to use Rovo as well. Have you tried this connector yourself, Val?
Yes. So it's a hybrid model where you're pulling on 2 environments. You're doing your on-prem or your server or data center, and then you're doing your cloud. So it gives you the capabilities of both. For government agencies, they're a little more hesitant for those who are partners to this type of environment. So if that is something that you're going to recommend it early. So, and start having those conversations early so that you can get the approvals that you need, and that the certifications and standards, you get that documentation over to who you need to get them to.
Nice. Yes. Awesome. This one was a surprise for me as well when I read it for the first time. I was like, what, really?
It's just an extension of connecting systems, though. The system happens to be data center.
Yes.
Which is why it's surprising, right?
All right, let's look at the next question. Going back to Rob. Rob, go ahead.
Quote, getting spot-on results faster with rapidly indexed data, more connectors, and the power of the Teamwork Graph, all while keeping your data secure. Which app does this describe? Search in the browser extension, Rovo Chat, Rovo Search in general, Smart Links, or Bookmarks? Search just in the browser extension. That one sticks out to me. But Smart Links are pretty smart, so it could be that one?
Could be. All of these are technically Rovo features. Like if you go to features under Rovo.
You have to do it.
Well, if you don't make it to the top spot, what happens?
Hey, no, wait. First of all, I didn't answer the first question because I was distracted.
I'm just kidding.
Look, I got incorrect on this one.
Oh my God, really?
Thank you.
No, I'm just joking.
I'm the first to admit when I'm wrong.
Nice. But yes, that is correct. Rovo Search is what Rob was talking about earlier. Do you want to talk a little bit more about what Rovo Search does, Rob?
It's one of my favorite features actually in Rovo, because the biggest challenge people have is finding stuff, and Rovo Search uses Rovo to dig through everything. A human could do this, but because Rovo's dialed into all of your connected systems, it's a lot faster. So for me, Rovo Search is the single most accessible, most useful feature. It shows up in our search bar at the top, and the browser extension, some other things I can't talk about because they might show up as questions on this particular quiz.
Nice.
But it's one of the main pillars of Rovo at this point.
Awesome. All right, let's move on. Let's go to the second round, which is feature, fiction, or future. You might see a statement. You have to tell us whether it's feature, currently a feature, fiction, that means will not be made, or future. Let's look at the first statement. The first statement says, Rovo can tell you what a database is for. Can Rovo tell you what a database is for? Is it a feature? Is it fiction? Or is it a future?
I think to clarify, a Confluence database, like the type of content.
Yes.
Not a general concept of a database.
Yeah.
I just thought of that as I'm looking at this.
Yeah, that's the blind spot, right? Like anybody who says issue, you think of Jira, you don't think of real world issues first. But yes, it's a feature. People got that correct. Rovo can help you understand what the database is. Here you see Rob's standard usage of the JQL. He's Team JQL, and you can see that in the Confluence screenshot that you have.
That is the appropriate pronunciation. That is the correct way to say that word.
Rage baiting. Rob is sitting here rage baiting. JQL.
You ever notice that on our champions page, his JQuil is everywhere? Like our demo site. Oh, I love it. I'm like, damn it, Rob, I'm going to show this to other humans. Like, it's beautiful. Thank you.
No one at Atlassian has told me it's wrong.
Yet.
I just.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to the next statement. Val, why don't you take this one?
A minute to win it. Statement: Rovo records can be shared with colleagues.
Rovo chat records. So, like, if
Rovo
whatever
chat
you are
records.
chatting with Rovo,
Is
can
it a
that be shared
feature?
with colleagues?
Is it fake, or is it the future?
Ooh, quite an equal
Wow.
split on that one.
Now, there is a technically you could walk over to my computer and look at them, so that one could be sharing, right? But I'm not surprised that we had that tie, right?
Yeah.
It feels like we should be able to do
what
that.
you can and cannot see. So as an admin, you can see search terms, like what people are searching for, terms only. You can't see chat history, like what specifically people are entering in are very individualistic. They're also stored on individual environments, and there is a limited time of that storage. So eventually it does go away, your history. It's not infinite. Also, I encourage people to clear out the junk every now and then, because if they're working on the same chat thread all the time, the responses will come, but they'll come slowly, and you'll start thinking that there's something wrong with Rovo, and it's not. It's just trying to read your entire chat history before it responds.
Nice. But yeah, does GPT let you do that? Can GPT do that right now?
Can ChatGPT share chat histories? Community plans, I haven't seen the back end of the admin. If you have like a company plan, I think it's still very limited as in search terms. You can shut down other people within your org on ChatGPT. You can shut them down. So they have greater permissions and controls as an admin to that space, but they I don't think they really share detailed chat histories at all. I'm not sure that would be a feature that people would be open to. I don't think anybody wants their boss to see what they're chatting on.
No, not at all. Yes, if you want to know more about it, you can go to this URL. There's support documentation link about accessing chat. You can know a little bit more about what and how you can share that information. All right. Next statement, Rob.
Me. Statement. Rovo is available on mobile. Fact, feature, or fiction.
This should be an
Rovo
easy
is
one,
available
right?
on.
Hey, I just asked that on the community boards. So before I have a class or an event, I try to answer everybody's questions that haven't been answered on our Rovo Q&A board and community, and this was one of them. So interesting idea, guys.
Six people say future, seven people say future. Why do we have both as correct answers, Rob?
Because it's in a beta. I was told that on iOS it's in GA. I'm on Android, but I have it. And there's an official beta sign up page. So
Yes.
this is another one of those. It's kind of murky. So technically both.
Yeah.
Just like the Wheel of Fortune again with who gets what. So if you do not get it, you can still log in with the other apps. Like you download the Confluence app or the Jira app on your phone, and you get Rovo features through there, but they're limited.
Yes.
This standalone app, they do have a form on whether there's interest on a standalone app. And then there's the wait list and then the GA and the whole nine. So if you're interested in this, please sign up for the wait list. Tell Atlassian specifically what you want and how you want to use it so that it becomes the app that you want it to be.
I think a bunch of Atlassians have shown me over the last couple of months how it looks. Looks promising, so I'm actually looking forward to it. I've not played it played with it myself, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. All right, let's move on. Next question. I think we have one more. Let's see.
Only one more.
Yes, the Robo Games teams will be at Team 26. Not a generic question. This is just a fun one that we just put there. So, yes, we are hoping to be at Team 26. So, hopefully, you guys all select feature or future as well, and none of you select fiction. Otherwise, it's heartbreaking for us. It's not fiction.
I
We're
see a lot
hoping
of
that-
hearts and thumbs up, though.
Oh, damn, 4 people. Why, man?
4 people are like, well, you're in
Yeah.
India and
Let's-
sometimes that visa.
Yeah.
Let's start a letter writing campaign.
Yeah. Starting today, I'm gonna do that. All right, no, this is just a joke one, so that's why we just selected both the orders. Yes, it's fingers crossed right now. We hopefully will be at Team 26 playing Robo Games live. If you're attending Team 26, more details to come soon enough. Let's reveal the actual question. Rob, you were saying something?
I'll bring it up later.
Okay. Val, do you want to read this one out?
Rovo can create and populate Confluence whiteboards. Feature, fiction, or future?
Rob, what were you saying?
We should print out copies of that photo and sign that for all of our fans.
Oh man. Yeah. 12 people say the right thing. That is correct. It is, you are able to create and populate Confluence whiteboard. Handy feature actually. Whenever I'm setting up a retro or using something, whiteboards for getting started, like a workflow, I would use Rovo to just tell him, hey, this is my problem statement, create a template. And it's really one of the best visual elements is just seeing it zoom out on its own as it creates blocks and arrows. Man, AI.
Yeah, whiteboards are pretty cool.
You can
People
watch
need to
it.
dig into them more. There's also the ability to make Jira tickets within your whiteboards directly from them. So it's all in one spot. There are some benefits for using that as a tool instead of hopping over to another app.
Yeah, but so visually pleasing, right? I'm a chimpanzee. I just like things moving around. When you close a ticket in Trello and the confetti falls, I was like, oh man, this is my app.
We gotta get that in Jira for you.
Yeah, I wish some third party app makes it like, I close a ticket, it throws confetti.
He needs that response of like, you did a good job, Sajid. Like,
Yeah,
good job.
yeah. This is my
A little
banana.
hit of adrenaline. Yeah.
All right. With that, we come to the round three, which is more generic AI. I think this is one of my favorite rounds because what we do here is a little outside just Rovo. So over the 2-3 episodes, we've got feedback that yes, Rovo is interesting and we are learning from it, but we want to know more about AI. So we've added this as a category and expanded it as we go along. Let's look at the first question on AI 101. Rob.
What is general or Gen AI? When I first saw that, I pronounced it Gen A. It is AI that can make other AI. It is AI that can perform any intellectual task a human can. It is AI that can connect to any system, both A and B. So those first two.
And you got to throw in both A and B. Like, now my brain has to split and read two options. So I do like this concept of going into general AI because rarely does any organization or person on their laptop have just one AI. And people have got to start pushing themselves to evaluate their AI and find the strengths and weaknesses and use them in combination. So, for example, if you're trying to do Rovo and image generation, Rovo's not there yet. Give it some time. Switch to another app that is better at image generation. Rovo is really great in working into the Atlassian ecosystem and reading text. So stay with your Rovo when you're using that use case.
Nice. What are the apps that you use well? So I'm assuming ChatGPT.
So I use a lot of ChatGPT. I use Rovo. Occasionally I'll go into AWS. AWS has, like, Bedrock has a lot of subject specific LLMs. So if I want to research into some kind of science like chemistry, I'll go into Bedrock and pick that specific LLM for that task because it is trained all on the science. Whereas Rovo is trained all on business and specifically my business, my work in my workplace. So it's transitioning those skills to know, okay, for this use case, I'm using this. For this use case, I'm using that.
Nice. Rob, anything apart from these that you use? Do you use Claude, Grok, all these ones?
I have Gemini through my website, so that's my default. I haven't done the homework yet to figure out. It's like the toolkit I have in my closet. I've got all these great tools for different things. I'm like, I know a hammer and a screwdriver, and that's what I use.
Yeah.
And also,
Ideal?
I
No.
completely forget, like, Google has it all embedded. So half the time I'm using that and I don't even realize that I'm using Gemini because it's all incorporated in your browser. It's incorporated into search. So a lot of people are using multiple AIs and not even realizing it.
Yeah, that's true. Awesome. All right, let's go to the next question. When was the term artificial intelligence coined? Which year? 1946, 2019, 1955, or 1949? When was the term artificial intelligence coined?
I had fun making this question. These are all dates that relate to computers in some way, one of them specifically for artificial intelligence.
Yes, and Rob can maybe talk a little bit more about the other dates also once the answer is revealed, Rob.
Yeah, I've got them all memorized.
You have? Nice. Okay, last 1 second. Let's see if people get it. Oh, it's like a step. 1955 is the correct answer. Nice. What are the other dates?
I have to go check my notes very quickly. It's older than I thought it was, right? Like 2019, I assume, because that's the year that Gen AI really hit the mainstream. It existed before that, but that's like Chat GPT, like busting out, and everyone's like, "Oh, we got this thing." 46, I think, was ENIAC. I forget 49, and 55 was the first term AI.
I think
artificial
49 was ARPANET.
ARPANET, thank you, the precursor to the modern internet.
Yes.
So each of these years feed into this or relate to it. ARPANET was universities in the U.S. connecting each other.
Yes.
I don't know
that
why
then
you
came
guys know
into
this
into
thing. Like that is
Oh,
such a random
quiz,
tech
right?
trivia fact.
All of this have been in quizzes over the years.
Okay.
Like, yeah, which was the white paper which created the term artificial intelligence? What was ARPANET? All of this have been questions in quizzes over the years.
I see. I see. Okay, that makes more sense. I'm like, I don't even know that random fact.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the next question. This one is fun. I didn't know this one myself. Go ahead, Van. Do you want to read this one out?
Which of the following is a common application of discriminative AI? Whoa. Creating realistic artwork, spam detection in email, generating new molecule structure for drug discovery, producing synthetic human-like voices. Oh my God, I love this question.
I didn't know this. Like, maybe that's the world we live in, right? Like, we start using AI and we don't differentiate one AI with another. Like, uh, till a while back, AI was AI. Now you have to have agentic AI. Now there's different AI, Gen AI, and then all of this just changes it. But yes, spam detection is correct. Most of you did get it right. I actually double checked. I searched what is discriminative AI, and it said yes, it helps you distinguish, label, or classify between types of data, which is specifically for separating spam from real email. That's what
And we've
this.
had that for a while. Like, we've had spam detection for a long
Mhm.
Yes,
time. I
we've had
literally checked.
we have spam creation for a while as well. Like, I don't know why we needed that AI,
Probably
but
longer.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next question. I think this is the final one before we move on to the use cases. Rob, so I'm going to give you a minute while you can pull up the use cases that we can check out later. The final question is, which type of AI can reason, plan, and take actions toward a goal? Gen AI, conversational AI, agentic AI, or LLM AI? One of this does not exist. I just created it, but which is an AI that can plan and take action towards a goal?
You could so make it a
I
thing.
don't know the way.
Like,
Yeah, the way technology is growing, it probably does exist.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's true.
did you like how my dog said hello to everybody on your session? I'm sorry, I
That
did
what that
not
was?
know pest
Yeah.
control was scheduled.
I thought he was just very excited about the question. Well,
She was, yes, she was very excited about AI. She wanted to let
nice.
everybody know. It was a good question.
Nice. Yes, that is right. So, everybody, the majority of you did get it right. LLM AI does not exist. LLM feeds AI in that part. I just wrote that. But agentic AI is correct. Agentic AI is what you can use to reason, plan, and take actions toward a specific goal. With that, I think we officially come to the end of the quiz part of the game. And we will look at the leaderboard. We'll see who made it to the top place, and we'll check where Val is on
Oh
this
no,
list.
don't.
Oh man! All
I
right.
love it.
This will continue for another 15 minutes or 12 minutes. But why we reveal the leaderboard here, everybody, is so that if you have to drop, you can. But we will look at use cases for your specific industry, which was, I think, engineering. Engineering had the most top people from today's stream. But let's look at the leaderboard. Let's see who made the top spot. Okay, Val actually used her real name. Vecna. Oh my God, there's Vecna in here as well. Rohit, congratulations, Rohit. Rohit made the top spot. Vecna, Ted, Muggle, Maho, Dr. Valerie, MC, E.T., Digesh, and Dom. Congratulations to be on the top of the leaderboard. Rohit, I have a certification voucher for you. Hit me up on LinkedIn. Just search for my name. You should be able to find me. I don't think there are many as Sajat Nayars in the Atlassian ecosystem, but hit me up on LinkedIn. I have one Atlassian certification voucher with your name on it, which you can use to give any ACP exam that you want. It's worth, I think, till April or May this year. But yeah, congratulations, Rohit. With that, now you get a chance to look at actual Rovo use cases. So I'm going to stop my screen sharing, and Rob is going to take over, and we're going to talk about some actual use cases.
Yes, I would like to share my screen. Thank you. This is a great site Atlassian has. They keep adding to this library of use cases, and you can filter it down by team or role. So all I've done is come here and clicked on engineering. One thing to keep in mind, and it's easy for me to forget, these are not just all agents. It's just a use for this tool. So we've got some around search, some around agenic or agents. But the one I was thinking about a lot is like issue organizer. Talking to folks up at RovoCon, a lot of the chatter is around how do we, accelerate our teams and speed them up. So this particular one is an agent that helps organize work and has different prompts. So I think this one comes, this is an Atlassian provided agent. And the thought here is you've got a bunch of stories and epics in a sprint. You got to figure out how it all falls into them. Excuse me. And this can help you fill in holes, fill in gaps. As a project manager, this was a lot of my job as a human, to go in and look and say, hey, Sajid, you put in an epic with no stories, or other way around. You submitted the story, but it's not tied to an epic. General reminder, we always need a process behind this. Like Rovo can support us, but if we don't know what we're doing and why, it won't get us where we want to go. So as we look at these, it's important to remind ourselves, like, what would I as a human do if I have an issue without a parent or a work item without a parent? And Val, jump on in here with your expertise and your guidance on, how to get more out of these.
So
but this is an example of one.
There was a question on the community board not too long ago about, the question was a concept that, do you want me to say JQuil? You could do in JQuil, but they were asking how to create the agent. And my advice there, Atlassian chimed in and said, hey, isn't that something you can do with JQL, like a simple JQL query? And they were asking to find tickets, identify tickets that needed fixes or something like that. And you can, and they gave the string that you could use just to do a query and look at projects that pull out projects that need fixes and tickets that need fixes. My advice here is really think about your use case, what you're trying to accomplish in that process that Rob was talking about, and say, is this something that you really need AI for? Or is there a more basic tool that does the same thing? And the JQL search has AI in it. So now you can use natural language processing. You can just talk to it and it will pull information. So you can get real robust feedback just from simple search. But if you're looking to do something a little more complex, that's when you want to take the time to search the library to see if an agent exists, or to take the time to create an agent from scratch. And if you're creating agents from scratch, start with the existing agents. Look through those agent instructions. See how Atlassian is prompting their agents, because they're the original designers. The way that they use the prompting is the best that they can do for the system. They designed it. Model that. Try to use that same structure and then create your agent. I don't recommend to people, if you feel brave, jump on in, like do it. But it's a little more supportive. You'll get frustrated a little less often if you start from a starting point, from an example. What else you got, Rob?
I like that reminder. I got lots of stuff. Sorry, Sajid was asking if trauma can become a work type. It can.
And you actually need it. And then you can have subtasks under it, like different types of trauma.
What type of trauma? Charles yelled at me today.
We talked about the concept way too much, and it's traumatizing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
To Val's point, like, with any system, we're given these tools and, we got this new shiny toy, Agenic AI. But like, I can find work that is missing a parent work item using JQL. And if I, as a human, know the JQL, I'm pretty quick at this. Rovo can also make me that JQL, though. So maybe I don't have to go build an agent to do that. Mm-hmm. It's about, to Val's point, understanding what am I trying to do and why. And there are legitimate use cases for both. I feel many groups kind of skip that though. They go, hey, we're paying for Rovo, we're using it. Go use Rovo. And everyone runs off to do that. And they forget, oh, there's a faster, quicker, cheaper in terms of time, effort, and energy way to do that thing. It is fun to make the agents though, because it's magic when it's not. It's magic.
It is fun. Like I love the spirit that goes behind making all of these agents, but sometimes people forget that the energy cost, there's consumption cost, there is consumption costs, there is computational costs, and then there's frustration costs of when you make all these agents and then don't use them, then your admin has to go in and then filter through all your agents, delete the ones they are not using, and then, God forbid, there's an error somewhere. And someone has to then figure out, is the error in the instruction? Is the error on Atlassian side? Is the error in the prompting? And that troubleshooting takes some time. Like the question I get is, will AI and Rovo replace engineers? And I'm like, no, they're just going to have to start troubleshooting agents. Like they're going to spend their time coaching people through why their agent doesn't work. And no one signed up for that job duty, but guess what? It's coming down the pike. So take more quizzes and all this. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll push back on it. There are people who signed up for it. I met some up at RovoCon, like people who work at Atlassian who work directly with customers on how do we get Rovo to do blank. And that to me was some of the best discussions, because those are the people that live and breathe the insanely hairy, complex use cases. And I'm kind of jealous of them because they get to, that's all they do and they're paid for that. Whereas I'm just a hobbyist. It's like they get exposure to these methods of working that I can't even consider, but I get to learn from them, which was nice. But I think you're right. Most people today weren't like, yes, I want to go debug agentic AI.
Yeah, but I think that's where our admins are heading. Like they're not going to spend 100% of their time doing that. They're going to still work on those higher tier level support issues. But amongst those higher level tier support issues are going to be those Rovo questions.
Nice. I think of like, with agentic AI coming out, it feels similar to like when the internet became a thing. Like it's this new thing, everyone's trying to figure out how to use it. And I'm sure at the time, like companies had the same challenge. You had these people who managed business systems. And now there's a new business system called a desktop computer or a mainframe. And that was like a jump in admin responsibility. I wouldn't be surprised we're seeing something similar to your point, Val. It's like before the admins had to manage groups or, a query of some kind. And I got to add on agentic AI. And when will that just become, oh, obviously you do that. Now it's like, oh, I have to figure this out.
Yeah, I think it's obviously you have to do that, but you're because Atlassian is adding those admin controls. And user roles and permissions is a huge part of privacy and AI. And so admins are going to be called on to really understand, like if you don't really understand user roles and permissions, as an admin, this is your call to arms. Like you've got to understand user roles and permissions as a basic concept so that then you can understand why certain people aren't seeing certain things and ensure that there's not like you're not giving too many people access and you're not giving too few people access. And it is a balance. So look to Sajid and Rob to learn more information on both of those concepts because they're going to become very important soon.
I quit my full-time job, Val, so I don't have to do work.
You're going to work on a different side.
The goal is just to hang out with people who are smarter than us, who teach us so that we don't have to read through stuff, right?
I like your aspirations, Sajid. You're like, I just want to surround myself with smart people. They'll just let me know.
Yeah. And also then like people associate you with them. So, don't have to be smart. You can just be around smart people. But yes, awesome. Anything else that you would want to highlight, Rob or Val, specifically in terms of use cases? Anything that people should know when they are getting started with Rovo? Let me ask that.
So I think this concept of scenario is rather new to people. So when Rovo first came out, we had actions and everybody understood what an action was. Then they rolled out skills and everyone was like, what skills? What's the difference between actions and skills? And now they have scenarios and people are like, what? Where do I even find a scenario? How do I create a scenario? What is a scenario? And so as Rovo and as AI evolves, they're going to start adding these various different pieces, and we're going to need to understand what the vocabulary is. What does it mean? What is a skill versus an action versus a scenario? Where to find it all? I got that question on the Q&A board. It's under Rovo Studio. It's on that left-hand panel. So you click on it, and it looks very similar to an automation setup, where it's the various different steps that the agent is going to perform when you call on that agent. And when you call on the agent, they're calling that an action or a trigger. And there's a small difference between the two of actions and triggers. And the terminology is all evolving. So we get to form this language together. So Sajid, you get to add on to, English, what language and what Indian dialect do you know, or dialects?
I can speak 3 Indian languages.
3 Indian languages, and now he's speaking the language of Rovo. So, yeah, 5. You're like, I work on English and my bad, terrible Spanish and my AI language. Like,
Nice.
So be patient with yourself and be patient with others. Those scenarios are just like that process. You're diagramming out that process, and you're looking for those points of actions. Like, when do you want Rovo to do something? A same approach when using scenarios. Look at other agents to see how they've set up their scenarios. And another reason why I support this approach is Rovo can only do things that it has been pre-programmed to do. It can only read fields that it has access to on the teamwork graph. So if you're creating a scenario that it doesn't have access to on the teamwork graph, or it is not pre-programmed to do, the answer I'm always going to give you is maybe you should look into Forge. And I know that is slightly disappointing because you want to do all these great things. And I'm like, yeah, it doesn't do it. Yeah, I got to wait for Forge. Or Atlassian hasn't opened it up to the teamwork graph yet, so it can't even do it. Open up a feature request. So if you model other agents and the scenarios that other agents are doing, you'll get a better understanding of what the capabilities are. So you're not constantly hitting that wall of, yeah, you got to look into Forge. Shout out to Yang, our champion in China. He created a visual representation of all the fields that Rovo is currently connected to based on official Atlassian documentation. I have to find it. It's in it's in our Slack channel. It's pretty darn cool, so that it also eases that frustration of people wanting to do really great things, but Atlassian isn't there yet. Like, they haven't connected to that field to the teamwork graph yet. But don't lose hope and throw those use cases away. Write them down, because within 6 months to a year to maybe even 2 years, Rovo will have that functionality, will have that field. So you can go back and revisit that use case and make it happen. And those of you that are really motivated out there can create it in Forge. Like, it is possible to create things in Forge. Ooh, you got it. This is so cool. Also, it's just fun moving objects around and watching the graph resettle.
Yeah, to Val's point, this is what the data, essentially the data that Rovo looks at when we query it or work with it. The term is teamwork graph. We as humans don't really touch this or interact with it. It's like the plumbing in your house, right? And if there's no connection between some of these things, or if something isn't in here, Rovo is blind to it. Whoa, that's fun.
I know, right? Sorry. I'm like, half of the fun is
stop
manipulating the graph. We'll have to throw up the link to that one, because it really is special, because you spent the time and the energy to make it, and it's available for free out there in the world.
Nice.
So cheers to the community. You guys are really supporting each other as we go through this Rovo experimentation.
Rovonese.
Rovonese is the
what
new
is the
language
language
of the future.
Nice.
Heard it
Awesome.
here first,
Yes. Awesome. As we come to the end of the hour, any questions, if you have, please use the chat to ask them. If you have future questions that you might encounter, reach out to Val, reach out to Rob, reach out to me. We are all active people in the community, fairly active, I would say, on the LinkedIn, but very active on the Atlassian community for sure. But yeah, none of us are paid to do this. We are just very passionate about these tools and processes, and hopefully someday we paid for it, right, Rob? I don't know. Maybe
We'll get there, Sajid, but I do it because it's fun and because it helps other people avoid some of the
just
pain that
kidding,
I
of
went
course.
through. So
Yes, and that's the best way to learn with somebody else. So community, if you're joining us from community-led classes, there are a bunch of other cool instructors who are doing a lot of study sessions. I'm going to be joining that group soon enough, but there is going to be a lot more content for you to learn from, to learn with, and people who will be very happy to help you, support you, and grow you in your journey. With that, thank you so much for joining Rovo Games. This was our third episode. I think our fourth one is scheduled for March end. Somewhere on March end, I think it's officially published. Rebecca would be joining us, so I'm really excited about that one as well.
I'm excited for you. Rebecca's awesome, y'all.
Yeah, Rebecca's
She's
awesome.
very active on that Q&A board too. Like every quarter I publish the top 5 contributors of answers on our community board. And answering these questions are not easy because we're hitting a moving target. Like we're trying to give you the most up-to-date information when you need it. And she is constantly my number one person out there giving people some really helpful guidance. Again, everything is for free, but please do know that if you ask something that is super complicated or that takes a lot of time, you should probably be contacting someone and doing a statement of work, because it takes a lot of energy to create agents from scratch. Sometimes I get people just giving me a list of agents and saying, give me the instructions for them. And I try to answer that with grace, but really you should be going to one of our champion experts to ask and submitting a statement of work.
Nice.
So I love you all. But.
Yes, thank you for saying that, Val. Thank you for saying that. Once again, thank you for joining us, getting up really early in the morning and joining us on this stream. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you on the next one. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you, guys.